Now we begin the bulletin with the war on the judiciary, where Kenya Kwanza administration is making good on its threat, with the Deputy President Gachagua now filing a petition to push for the removal of a judge from office.
Gachagua says he will on Thursday file a petition with the Judicial Service Commission to push for the removal of Justice Esther Maina, who handled an economic crimes case against him in 2022 for alleged corruption and misconduct. Now, speaking in Iten, where he accompanied President William Ruto for a church service, Gachagua told the Chief Justice to first clean up her house by dealing with pending cases with the Judicial Service Commission. Now, in the sustained onslaught against the judiciary, President William Ruto vowed to deal with unnamed government officers he described as incompetent, saying his administration will slay the corruption monster that has reared its ugly head in various arms of government. Chamitai Goin reports.
After Chief Justice Martha Koome invited Kenyans with complaints over the conduct of judicial officers to submit their lamentations to her office, the Kenya Kwanza administration, through Deputy President Gachagua, has taken the challenge, with the DP announcing that he will file a petition this week.
Amechallenge sisi tutoe ushahidi. I will lead by example. On Thursday, this coming week at 2:15, I'll personally present a petition before Lady Chief Justice Martha Koome against Justice Esther Maina for her removal from the judiciary for misconduct and corruption. Mimi mwenyewe ndio nitaongoza, because sasa unajua, sasa si ametuuliza, sasa tuko tayari, mimi ndio nitaongoza kwa executive.
Gachagua reliving his July 2022 incident where 202 million shillings was seized to the state after Justice Esther Maina ruled the money was proceeds of corruption, having been acquired through dubious means.
Huyo judge, through corruption, declared my hard-earned wealth proceeds of crime without giving me an opportunity to be heard. Against the rules of evidence, where he who alleges must prove. We made an application to cross-examine the investigator, akakataa, kwa sababu anajua there is no case. Na evidence tuko nayo vile ilifanyika.
The Kenya Kwanza Battalion hitting out at Koome for being quick to defend judicial officers, some of whom they claim were not beyond reproach.
Tungetaka kumuuliza her leadership, Chief Justice, aambie wa Kenya how many complaints have been filed against judicial officers, how many she has dealt with, and what is the timeline to conclude those petitions. It's important.
You're saying let us root out the few who are corrupt in the judiciary. There are thousands and hundreds of judges and judicial officers I can bet for who have got very high integrity in our country. But we're dealing with those who are corrupt in the judiciary. Deal with the corrupted in the national government.
We are going to deal firmly with vested interests and impunity. And we are going to deal decisively with corruption in whatever shade, in whichever institution.
President William Ruto did not directly address the matter, but vowed to deal with corruption in all arms of government.
We are going to deal firmly with those who want to go and hide behind the independence of the judiciary so that they can sabotage the development of Kenya, so that they can continue to benefit from NHIF where they are siphoning money.
Nauliza Wakenya wengine, wale wote wako na petitions against judges, those who may want to join me on Thursday, tupeleke pamoja pale Supreme Court, tuanze kupeleka, aanze process.
The leaders told off those claiming the attacks on the judiciary were contravening the principles of separation of powers.
President, when you came, you are very kind to the judiciary. LSK, when President Uhuru, through impunity, refused to appoint judges, they never said anything. when DCI was carrying out extrajudicial killings in this country, they were quiet. When the leader of opposition said he'll mobilize 1 million people against the judiciary, they were absent. Sasa ndio wako pale. So wacha.
The conversation we are having about corruption and impunity in the judiciary has nothing to do with the independence of the judiciary. In actual fact, Your Excellency, you have shown the world through your actions, not by word, but by action, that you stand for the independence.
The threats coming ahead of the Court of Appeal's delivery of a judgment this Friday on a case that declared the Social Health Insurance Act 2023 that establishes the Social Health Insurance Fund unconstitutional.
Katika hiyo sheria, Rais ameweka hata program ambayo inaitwa Chronic Diseases and Emergency Fund ya wale wananchi ambao wanaugua ugonjwa wa saratani, diabetes na hele magonjwa ambayo inalemea wananchi. Rais ametenga kando serikali, pesa ya serikali kulipia nyinyi bill hizo. Lakini kwa sababu kuna watu wanaendesha mahospitali bandia huku mitaani, wanashikana, wanaenda kwa mahakama, judge mmoja tu hivi anaambia rais na nyinyi wote ati tunyamaze na tuzidi kuteseka.
As the Law Society of Kenya prepares to carry out its elections that will determine its new president and also its representative to the Judicial Service Commission, a section of leaders vowed to closely monitor the process. For more than 3 weeks, the judiciary has come under heavy criticism from Kenya Kwanza allied leaders led by President William Ruto, who have frowned upon court decisions that they claim have erected hurdles on its transformational journey by temporarily halting the implementation of crucial government policies. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV.